Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We are so glad you joined us this morning. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. All right, today we got a pretty diverse show here from the very real and very serious subject of mesothelioma, a condition that can be brought on by exposure to asbestos, and it's classified as an orphan disease.
And then we're going to go to something decidedly lighter on the show today, more carefree. The subject matter is a bit more adult, I want to warn you, so we'll leave it at that. We'll stick with that. We hope you stick around. But we're going to talk about fun options in the bedroom.
And ladies, you're really going to want to watch this.
Don't go anywhere. The Balancing Act starts right now.
Absolutely. It's going to get hot. Okay, I am really looking forward to this segment. We're about to have a little pillow talk, if you will. Disclaimer here, if kids are in the room right now, you may want them to leave for just a few moments. This is for adults only. So it's no secret the sexual wellness market is hot. It's caliente. And there are lots of ways to enhance our sexual experiences. As we're about to learn courtesy of our next guest, and he's a ham, Mark Olson, Vice President of Worldwide Sales and Marketing for Empowered Products. Good morning.
Good morning, Olga.
You know that August is National Romance Month, right? So this is so perfect. The timing is perfect for this segment, Mark. And by the way, we're going to be talking this morning about lubricants.
Yes, we are.
And how they heighten our sexual pleasures. This is really amazing. We've come a long way. Mark, 30, 20 years ago, we wouldn't be talking about this like this.
No, you know what? And it's really due to the success of women and the role of women in society and in education and in business that you can now have this conversation out in the open. But this is a kind of product category that used to be only in the seedy adult shops,
That's right?
And then it came into the pharmacy counter where you had to go ask the pharmacist, you know, this guy.
Kind of whispering.
Yeah, exactly. And then now it's in the middle of the family planning section, right in the middle of the grocery store. You can go pick it up just like you're picking up everything else in the grocery store.
Let me ask you this. I think a lot of women, we're looking for ways to enhance our sexual experience and our desires, even if we're married, divorced, widowed, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
We're looking for that.
Well, you know, it's really for all ages. You know, the millennials and younger couples who've been together for a while, they're very active, and so they're looking for something to take that to the next level. If you're a woman who's in her 40s, there's a good chance that you're divorced and you're back out on the dating market again, and you want to have that sort of new sexual experience that you used to have in the 20s, but your body doesn't perform the same way it did back then. Right. And then couples and women are still having sex into their 50s, 60s, 70s, even into their 80s.
Amen.
Right? And so this is an enabling product for that.
When you purchase a lubricant, I'm going to assume that everybody's needs are different, right?
Well, absolutely. But the very first thing that you need to understand is you want to look on the back. So women read labels
all the time.
Absolutely, and they know what they're reading. So you want to look for Made in the USA.
Okay, very important.
Very, very important. All right, and you want to look for a high quality product, right? So you're looking for, you want to read the ingredients very carefully. You want to make sure that there's no parabens, no dyes, no glycerins, and honestly, no flavors or fragrances either, because those can be additives that can be irritating. So Made in the USA, high quality, read your labels.
And with so many lubricants out there today, and I know there are a plethora, how do you get the best one? How do you choose it?
There are three basic categories, and you'll come to learn this. You're looking for a water-based lubricant, which is going to be something that's very much like your own natural moisture, right? You're looking for something that's silicone that's going to take that to the next level, and it's going to be longer lasting. And then you're looking for a warming product, something that's going to add a whole nother dimension to your experience that beyond those other two.
Now, in terms of botanicals, I know it's very important, and you have those to offer.
Right. So first thing, you want to think about a product as being body safe. We put aloe vera and vitamin E into our products to help restore the tissues, whether you're younger and there's a lot of activity, or you're a little older and you actually need that extra. Ginseng and guarana are ingredients in our products because they help stimulate blood flow. So they work in sort of much the way as an enhancement product, where they're stimulating those regions of your body. In our Pink Frolic, for example, which is a product that you would use with toy play, we have grapefruit seed extract in that. And what that is it's an antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial, so you're making sure as you're using whatever toys you happen to use, that it's a very clean and healthy experience.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just. And what about travel? Because a lot of ladies are on the go.
Well, so the TSA regulation is 100 milliliters, which is 3.3 ounces. So this is a 1.7 ounce product that fits neatly in there. 3.3 ounce product, this will pass. So those are all safe for that. And we made them those sizes specifically so you can take them with you.
I gotta say, I also love the packaging. It's really just nice and pretty, and it really looks proper, if I could use that word.
No, absolutely. We designed the women's products so that you feel comfortable having it in your shopping basket, and you go through checkout and it's the 16-year-old daughter of your next door neighbor, and you don't feel embarrassed. It looks like a moisturizing product.
Really making a difference today, I think, in terms of just women being able to talk about their needs and women wanting more. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. And even more so than that, so we talk about relationships, and we talk about whether you're a young couple or you're a couple that's been together for quite a few years, or
13 years.
Exactly. Or you're back out on the dating market, and there are a lot of 40-something women who are back on the dating market. But there are a lot of women who aren't in relationships, but they still have needs, and so they're taking care of those needs at home. Whatever your situation is, we've got something for you.
You've got it covered from A to Z. Okay, I've learned a lot. So for our viewers that are interested as well, where can we find these goodies?
Well, the first thing, any of your major pharmacy chains and any of the brand names, any of your major grocery chains, or you can come to empoweredproducts.com, and we have a list of all of our retailers where you can find these.
I will tell you, I do feel empowered this morning.
I hope so.
You have taught me a lot. Well, I need to take one tonight, so which one would you suggest?
This is our most popular, the pink water in the 3.3 size. You're going to have a good time with this tonight.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm sure my husband will give you a call. And for more information on how to enhance your sexual experiences, he's like, come on home, honey. Visit our website, thebalancingact.com. That's thebalancingact.com.
You've heard that getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night is good for your health, right? But how many of us are actually doing it? I can't say I am. Unfortunately, many of us have a hard time falling asleep. Some people turn to prescription sleep aids for help, and others are looking for a more natural solution. And here with some insight is Ben Blessing from NFI Consumer Products, creators of 8 Hour Sleep, and nutritionist Meryl Brandwine. And welcome. I know NFI has developed so many great products like Blue Emu Cream and others, but what made you and what inspired you to develop a sleep aid?
Well, at NFI, we were always creating products that help our consumers live better, whether it's Blue Emu or 8 Hour Sleep. And my wife and I have 3 kids. My youngest is 4 months, so sleep does not come easy to us. Whether it's killing monsters in the middle of the night, waking up for one last kiss with my 4-year-old daughter, or making a bottle at 2 a.m., insomnia attacks us all over our house. And so, but in the United States, there's 70 million people that have insomnia, so we're not the only people being affected by it.
No.
And so we created this product to help people sleep better. If you're going to sleep better, you will have a better life if you get the 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Absolutely. And how is 8 Hour Sleep different from other sleep aids on the market?
8 Hour Sleep is all natural, so we created a product that's not going to knock you out. Whether it's an over-the-counter medication or prescriptions, most of those are designed to knock you out in an hour. And we wanted a product that was going to gently put you to sleep. And we also combined it with melatonin, and our other 2 ingredients are for anxiety control, which is 5-HTP and L-theanine. Everyone gets anxious right before going to bed and thinking about the next day, what am I going to be doing? And so with our product, with the melatonin and the 5-HTP and the L-theanine, we're able to help our consumers fall asleep naturally at a faster pace.
That's great. Meryl, I want to turn to you. Some of the benefits of some of the ingredients that are in the 8 Hour Sleep, melatonin, 5-HTP. Tell me about some of these things Ben mentioned.
Right, so melatonin is a hormone that helps us regulate our circadian rhythm, our natural body clock to fall asleep, wake up, and it's also a powerful antioxidant. And L-theanine, as was mentioned, and 5-HTP do help with relaxing and calming the body down and that anxious feeling that we tend to feel. And lemon balm, chamomile, all that, passion flower, also very calming. So it's a nice calming.
Oh, so it's all in there. Fantastic. Then you mentioned that 8 Hour Sleep is a melt. It's not a pill. So how and when should we take it?
So we usually recommend our consumers take it about 2 hours before they go to bed. It's a melt, so it does enter your bloodstream a little quicker, but as adults, we still need to do what we're supposed to do about getting ready for bed. We feel like as we get older, we don't have to abide to the calm down law that we tell our children.
Yes.
We do still need to do that. And as adults, it's usually cell phones and social media and television. You need to let your body and your mind start resting about 2 hours before bed, and you will get a good amount of sleep.
Such good tips. You know, I think many people fall asleep with the television on, don't realize it's a problem. It sounds like 8 hours sleep, though, works pretty quickly.
Absolutely. If you let us use the melt to get in your bloodstream faster and you do our tips that we're telling you to do, you're going to fall asleep faster and you're going to enter those deeper sleep stages a lot quicker.
Yes, we want those deep sleep stages. Meryl, tell me about the hangover feeling the next day. Any of that?
Well, the nice thing is because there's natural ingredients, you really won't have that hangover feeling. So you should wake up feeling rested and ready to start your day.
Okay, I'm just going to be taking this in my room. Thank you both so much for coming in. Great, great tips here today. And if you want to know more, log on to thebalancingact.com, and we're also on Facebook and Twitter.
It's called mesothelioma, a condition brought on by exposure to asbestos and classified as an orphan disease. And while affecting only a small percentage of the population, both the CDC and National Cancer Institute report that more than 3,000 new cases of mesothelioma are diagnosed each year. Here to discuss this rare but deadly form of cancer and what's being done to bring justice to victims and victims' families is Ricky LeBlanc, managing attorney of Sokolov Law, a nationwide law firm that's helped bring justice and compensation to more than 2,000 victims and their families of asbestos-related diseases and cancers. Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Okay.
Before we talk about this disease and what your firm is doing, I know this passion that you have of helping people has come from something that happened in your childhood. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Sure. I mean, like many people, many of your viewers, I was the son of a pipe fitter, and my mother was a factory worker, and so I came from a small blue-collar town, and I realized that these people don't get access to justice, and I wanted to do something about that, so I became a lawyer, and fortunately, I landed in an asbestos firm as a young man, and realized that these are my neighbors. These are people, my father's friends. It could be my father.
And let's be honest, these are people that really have done absolutely nothing wrong.
Nothing. These are hard-working men and women that did their jobs, and as a result, come down with this disease.
And let's talk about the disease, mesothelioma. Tell me exactly what it is.
Well, to keep it simple, mesothelioma it's like having plastic wrap around each of your organs that are lined with grease. That stops the organs from rubbing against each other. That's called the mesothelium. And this is just a disease of that mesothelium. It's a cancer, very aggressive, fast-moving cancer.
And when that happens, how long does it take for someone to notice that they've been exposed to this? Are there symptoms?
Yeah, the real issue is you're exposed to it, and then it's 30 to 50 years often before you actually develop the disease. It takes that long to manifest within the body.
Without you even knowing?
You wouldn't know it all.
And then what starts happening after those years?
After a certain amount of time, your body stops being able to react to the infiltration of asbestos, and then you start developing this disease, mesothelioma. At first, it may just feel like low back pain, or it may feel like a little cough, or other symptoms that could be pneumonia-like, and so you think that's what you have. But if you're exposed to asbestos, it's important to let your doctor know that you were, because they may start looking at something other than pneumonia or back sprain.
And Ricky, who falls victim to this?
Well, the majority of the people that developed this disease were in occupations that are part of the trades, whether you are a pipe fitter, a plumber, a carpenter, electrician, or another significant audience is anybody who's worked on ships, whether you be in the Navy or Coast Guard, Merchant Marines, et cetera.
And I can only imagine when someone hears the news, not only is there shock for that individual, but for the entire family, it's got to be so painful.
Yeah, it's a devastating disease, and when you hear that, the primary focus for those families is immediately, how do we take care of our loved one with the disease? How do we seek the treatment? Let's do what's best for them.
And let's talk about Sokolov Law. What are you doing in terms of helping these people and the advantages that one would have to go see you?
Yeah, at Sokolov Law, we understand that these people have been given this devastating news, and they have to do something about that. But they have to do something about it medically. When they call us, we take care of the legal aspects of a case or a claim that they may have. So we go to their homes, we do interviews there, we make it as easy as possible. They should concentrate on fighting this disease. We'll concentrate on getting them justice.
So really it does involve the whole family, because you need to not only talk to the victim, but also the family members in terms of finding out what happened here.
Yeah, I mean, often family members, and sometimes it's more like a brother or a sister that knew them when they were young, knew exactly where they were exposed and what happened, and so everybody gets involved. And let's face it, the nuclear family, the husband and wife, depending which one's injured, they're concentrating on helping their spouse, and so it's oftentimes we talk to other family members to help assist in building a case.
There is no cure for this disease, obviously.
There isn't, not that right now, but there's a lot of research going on. We're hopeful.
So when you hear these victims, they obviously know what's going to happen.
Generally speaking, they do, yes.
Is it somewhat, and I say this very carefully, rewarding for you to know that you've helped somebody that knows that they will eventually die from this?
That's why I do this. I mean, we started this interview off talking about the blue-collar families, where I come from, and I want to seek justice for them. But this is an avoidable disease. If people didn't use asbestos, manufacturers didn't use asbestos in their products, people wouldn't have this disease. And so it gives a great deal of satisfaction to get justice for these people. And you have people that thank you all the time because they want to leave knowing that their family's taken care of.
You've had so many cases at Sokolov Law. Is there one that stands out in your mind that you'll never forget?
I remember an elderly gentleman that was battling with the disease. His health was failing rapidly, and he just looked at me when he got his first check and said, thank you so much. My roof is leaking. My wife doesn't have to live with this leaking roof anymore. I know it's going to be fixed. I know you guys will take care of her.
Really great information today, Ricky. For anybody out there that may know someone who's been diagnosed with mesothelioma, anywhere they can go to find out more about your law firm?
Yes, they should go to the web, to sokolovlaw.com. They'll find all the information they need there.
Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your time. And if you'd like to find out more about today's topic, you can visit us at thebalancingact.com. That's thebalancingact.com, or log on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans.
We had so much good information on today's show.
Yes, we did.
Diverse, but very good. And be sure to check out our website, thebalancingact.com, as well. We've got lots more there for you.
Don't forget about Facebook and Twitter. Look us up there as well. And we'll see you again very soon.
And remember to always find your balance. So long, everybody.
I think we did this morning, huh? Yes.